Good evening. Good evening. It is an honor to speak in front of you tonight. Cedric, stand up. These guys worked tirelessly for the past couple months on this, and they did a great job. It is a true honor to speak in front of you tonight. Unfortunately, however, this will be the last time I get to address you as your student body president. So with this one-time opportunity, I'd like to share with you a few things that I'm particularly proud of. Also, I'd like to share 3 pieces of advice that I have found to be vitally important for progress and success in both your organization and yourself. But before I do that, please let me recognize a few people who have had a significant impact in my life, my time at Elon, and my presidency. First and most importantly, my mom, my dad, Timothy, Eric, Morgan, thank you guys for being my biggest fans, and thank you for being here tonight. Secondly, to my other brothers in the back, guys, thank you to the Brotherhood. Hello. Thank you to the Brotherhood for your unwavering support in all of my endeavors. More importantly, thank you for understanding. I haven't been as involved in the fraternity as I wanted to in the past, but regardless, you've always been there for me. I am genuinely proud to be a member of Sigma Phi Epsilon. Hillary, Adam, Evan. It has been a pleasure to serve beside each of you, not just this past year, but since freshman year. It's amazing to think how quickly time has flown by. Nevertheless, you are each great teammates, and SGA would not be what it is without the countless hours you guys have invested into it. I don't deserve to be behind this podium any more than you guys do, but since I'm the only one giving this speech, will you guys please stand and be recognized? Dean B, you're the greatest advisor anybody could ask for. You supervise instead of manage. You influence instead of control. You guide us to the right answer instead of giving it to us. You foster healthy growth amongst the organization. And for such a sweet and loving lady, you still know how to scare the hell out of me whenever I step out of line. Lastly, Dr. Jackson, you did have a piece of this. It has been a true gift to get to know you as well as I have this past year. You are one of the smartest people I know, and you work very hard for very little recognition. And as Dean of Students, you do a magnificent job of holding student input and a very high value, and as President of the student body, I respect you tremendously for that. Thank you. A year ago today, I stood behind this podium in the same room and said that I would do 3 things for SGA. I would find the spark that we've lost over the years, change the perception of student government, and make the privilege of wearing the SGA polo something to be truly proud of. It's a great pleasure of mine to stand before you today and say with confidence that we are closer than ever before to accomplishing these objectives. Could all of the senators in the room please stand and remain standing for me? Outgoing as well. Ladies and gentlemen, these individuals have dedicated their time, talent, and energy to the betterment of Elon, and from that dedication came the first ever Elon-hosted SGA State Seminar. Outgoings, you guys are still senators, you can stand up. This is part of you guys too. A successful Nautical by Nature homecoming week, the installation of 24-hour computer labs and a Razu coffee during final exam weeks, the first ever Belk Library rave. Additionally, it brings me great pride to announce to you tonight that this year's Senate was successfully able to administer both the freshman elections and student body elections, both with the highest voter turnout in Elon history. While we've made these great strides, as any organization, there is always room to improve. All of the organization executives, raise your hand. No, we have a lot of them. Organization executives, not just SGA. All of you guys. There we go. A lot of you guys. There are three things that I want to stress to you guys in particular tonight. The first is accountability, and this is a three-way street. Accountability for your organization, accountability for each other, and accountability for yourselves. The best way to start this is to reread your mission statement. Take an hour and learn your organization's constitution and bylaws back and forth. Understand the vocabulary that defines the functionality of your organization to ensure that your actions best parallel the intent of your mission. The purpose of SGA is to make student life at Elon the best that it can be. And what I want each of you to know as student leaders is that you can make the biggest impact of all. Come to Senate, challenge what we have to say, ask us the hard questions, and keep us accountable. You'd be surprised with just how much influence you can have if you take out a few minutes from your Thursday evening to spend it with SGA and Mosley 215. The decision and influence power that the Senate has is much more than I think they even understand. This power is something that should never go unchecked. For unbalanced authority comes unbalanced representation. And that means that some of you are getting the short end of the stick. But I promise that each of you has the power to make sure that that never happens. Remember, the individuals in charge of SGA are just like you. So talk to them, question them, challenge them, and help them help you. So studies have shown that about 20% of what you guys hear tonight you'll actually retain. So, if there's anything that you remember from this speech, let it be this. My second piece of advice. Just because it's not precedent doesn't mean that it's not right. It is convenient to do things as we do them before, but just because it was done in the past doesn't necessarily mean that it was the best way, and doesn't necessarily mean that it was the right way at all. Remember, precedent had to start somewhere, and the first time for everything is always unprecedented. So don't be afraid to shake things up. Do big things. Be the first to come up with something. Innovate. That's what Elon's all about. And my last piece of advice. Take advantage of now. It's easy to dream big, but it's the things that we do each day that make the difference. Looking into the future is important. It's what gives us something to strive for. But it's the work that we do right now that gets us there. Remember that your position is temporary. And when it's over, it's too late for you to wish you had done something that you haven't. Instead, just do it now. But at the end of the day, be thankful for the chance to be a part of something bigger than yourself. One of my most proud days was the day that I was elected. And the year that follows is one that I cannot and will not ever forget. It's been a true honor and humbling privilege to serve as your president. I would like to thank each and every one of you for the trust and support you've given me throughout this year. Long live Elon.